cause y'all know what it is.
CNN Trap News Network.
I was with Rich Rapper.
I fucks with you.
Warning, this video is for satire, educational, and comedy use only. It is not intended to be actual fact, nor is it intended to give real meaning to any of the questions you ponder about late night.
Yeah, no jumper. So according to Trap Lord Ross, he's been doing this thing called the no jumper curse. And he's basically kind of insinuating that maybe not, no jumper is cursed because everybody keep going to the slammer over there. So we finna see exactly what's going on, man. Shout out to Trap Lord Ross. Give him a like.
As the gang became Ty's first major takedown when Knight Ronald's down.
So we get to the part about 4XTRAZ. Bow. All right.
Specifically should be worried for over a month, but what nobody, it seemed, seemingly give a premonition about what was about to transpire, specifically mentioning in his February 2025 song The Biggest G how Bands' dissing had got his homie smoked and how that dissing was going to get everyone hit, before adding how Nano MB specifically should be worried. But as the summer approached, it seemed like he might be finally finding his balance, managing to stay out of jail for over a month. But what nobody knew was that Independence Day 2025 will become the most dangerous day of 4XTRA's life, when all of his success that he had worked so hard to build would suddenly be in jeopardy off the back of a single devastating. Specifically should be worried. But as the summer approached, it seemed like he might be finally finding his balance, managing to stay out of jail for over a month. But what nobody knew was that Independence Day 2025 will
So it seemed like he kind of like cut the audio with the 4XTRAZ thing. He didn't really edit that the best, but okay.
become the most dangerous day of 4XTRA's life, when all of his success that he had worked so hard to build would suddenly be in jeopardy off the back of a single devastating decision. July the 4th, 2025 was a big night for Los Angeles.
Man, that was a wild day, man. That was a wild day. I was supposed to go to the game pool party. 4XTRAZ blew his hands off. It was a lot going on that day.
Residents. For millions of Americans, Independence Day meant celebrating freedom with family, barbecues, parades, and spectacular firework displays lighting up the night sky. I was lucky enough to be in Los Angeles for this year's 4th of July, and I was honestly blown away by how serious people were taking it. It was nothing but explosions in the sky all night long, and it was like nothing I'd ever seen before in English Bonfire Night or New Year's. Americans take this stuff to another level.
English Bonfire Night? I've never heard of that. That's a new one.
And I was genuinely scared by how huge some of these explosions in the sky were. For 4XTRA, it was supposed to be another day of celebration, content creation, and connecting with his community. Beyond America's birthday, he had every reason to celebrate. His music career was gaining traction, his social media following was growing, and he had finally found a way to channel his larger-than-life personality into something more positive, gaining hundreds of thousands of followers and lucrative deals worth tens of thousands. There had even been talks about 4XTRA landing a big money boxing match.
I think it's crazy. 4XTRA, low-key, short story shorter, making up with Adam about it's almost a year to the day to him having that issue.
With it being possible that an even better opponent than King Pill or 607 Unk could have been just round the corner, as well as rumors of a possible matchup with another internet motormouth Aaron the Plumber, who 4XTRA had clearly been keen on meeting up with in the ring, with Adam 22 seemingly working in the background trying to find a way to make this actual fight happen, apparently even getting offers from guys like the streamer Aiden Ross.
Are you going to be able to go to Florida? Aiden Ross wanted him on his most recent card, and I guess they're doing another one. They want him on it. They kind of want you to fight Aaron the Plumber, which would be an epic.
Wait, who?
You don't know him?
Oh, man.
Aaron
Who is he?
Aaron the Plumber is a
thing.
dude from Stockton. He says that he doesn't gangbang, so I guess he doesn't have a formal set. He kind of is from the pimping world. At one point, he got 30 years. He
Aaron the Plumber was a yimp? I don't know that Aaron the Plumber came from yimping and yandering.
ended up doing 5 years. He is, I'm not saying he's as big and tough as you, but he is a big, tough dude.
He got squabs.
He'd be on a lot of reality shows fighting people, and he's hella viral right now, and the people love him. So I'm a
Aaron the Plumber kind of came and went, didn't he?
pull up a photo of him so you can get a look at him. But Aaron the Plumber, I guess he's a real plumber too.
I feel like that's a big money fight. Aaron the Plumber versus.
No, that's for
4XTRAZ.
sure. Yeah.
Basically, 4XTRA was living his best life, trying to get more viral moments to keep his rise coming, and he was on the cusp of breakthroughs. Online, 4XTRA had been seen filming more content in a strip mall, showing love to the people in his hood.
Bitch back to back. I'm in Forest dead homies and I'm getting chill. Little bitch in the hood.
Hey, do your big one.
Baby mama on the side cause she mad as shit.
Get it in.
Craig.
I'm getting it in. Daddy though. In the hood on the block where I'm at though.
Cameras rolled as he interacted with his community, his infectious energy on full display.
Yes, this is early. 4 cuz. 4 times 10. Oh.
And One viral moment that circulated just before the tragedy
Now, what we can say is 4XTRAZ community does have a lot of love for him for sure. That's without question.
4XTRA attempted a high kick that sent him tumbling to the ground, much to the amusement of the people around.
Easy. I think you can do it.
Easy all day. All day he got it. He got that. I don't got that. He got that.
They had faith in 4XTRAZ, boy, didn't he? Landed right on his behind.
Come on, boys.
This was the kind of fearless, spontaneous, and unfiltered moment of comedy that had made him so popular. This excitement carried into the 4th of July, and 4XTRA wasn't planning on celebrating with just some sparklers. He had big plans. As the day progressed, he posted a video of himself shopping for fireworks and joking about his big plans to blow big things up.
Vernon Avenue, if you know, then you know. Oh, Vernon Avenue, if you know, then you know. Oh, Vernon Ave, if you
Man, did he blow something up, man, for sure. But let's see exactly what was
know,
going
then
on.
you know. Oh, Vernon Ave, if you know, then you know. If you know, then you know. I'm about to blow somebody else up tonight. I'm about to blow somebody else up. I'm gonna throw this. I'm about to blow somebody else up. I don't know who else I'm gonna blow up, but I'm blowing somebody else up. On Vernon Avenue, I'm blowing something up. Yeah, Vernon Avenue. You see this mother Vernon Ave. Mean I'm blowing something up today. Told him, stop playing on Vernon Ave.
Wherever he decided to shop for fireworks was serious business, and their stock went far beyond your run-of-the-mill Roman
Man, wherever he bought that firework from, he needs to go get his money back.
candles and bottle rockets. He wanted M80s, military-grade explosives that had no business being in civilian hands. But what he didn't fully grasp in that moment was just how dangerous these explosives truly were.
Blowing up today. Blowing the back, I'm blowing it up. Stop playing CDs. I'm throwing them in your house. I'm throwing them at you. Vernon Avenue, the back. I'm blowing.
Now, would you say that this is 4XTRAZ being a victim of the no jumper curse? Or would you just say that this is bad decision making? What do we credit this to? Because the whole purpose and the point of this video is we're breaking down Trap Lord Ross as he gives us a no jumper curse. You feel me? I'm not giving y'all the no jumper curse. Trap Lord Ross is giving us a no jumper curse. But my question is, what do y'all think? Do you think that this is, a part of the curse, or is this just poor decision making on 4XTRA's part?
I'm blowing somebody up today off the back.
You see, M80s were originally military artillery simulators designed in the early 20th century for training exercises. After World War II, leftover military M80s would find their way into the consumer market. But even consumer versions contained approximately 3 grams of flash powder, an enormous amount of explosive material. To put this into perspective, authorities limit all consumer fireworks to a maximum of just 50 milligrams of pyrotechnic flash powder. That's to say M80s contain 60 times that amount, making their destructive potential in civilians' hands so much worse, with a documented history of gruesome injuries that your parents may well have warned you about. For instance, back in 2000, a man in his late 30s had to undergo hand transplant surgery after a fireworks accident more than a decade earlier had destroyed his dominant hand. And unfortunately for 4XTRA, he was about to suffer the same fate. As even
I was just going to say, that's literally the exact same thing that happened to 4XTRA's. Uh-oh, my bad, chat. I hit the wrong button. Let's get back into it.
fell across LA, 4XTRA had prepared to light up the night in his own unique way. Armed with his M80s and riding high on the adrenaline of the day's festivities, he likely never imagined that he was about to become another statistic in the long history of firework tragedies. One viral video later circulated showing 4XTRA being extremely reckless with a smaller set of fireworks, as he was seen running in the street firing a succession of fireworks without aim and putting the people around him in terror. Fortunately, it seemed that nobody else was hurt as a result of that particular set of explosives, but it showed that perhaps 4XTRA wasn't taking the danger of this arsenal seriously. It's been reported that 4XTRA may have been in a car where he intended to light the M80 and throw it out of the window.
What I heard, he was actually in the car and he was lighting the firework, about to throw it out the window, and his homie was driving, and that's why his homie, I think, may have lost an ear, this part of his face, and an eye. Now, I'm not even 100% sure who the friend is. I don't know if it's somebody that he's ever like brought to the office or somebody that I've ever spent time around. But and then in addition, 4XTRA, I think it being...
Nah, Reg, I'm live. Now, I do want to definitely say the situation with 4XTRAs was something that none of us, and when I say none of us, none of us expected. As we went through our 4th of July, nobody thought that, hey, 4XTRAZ is finna get, blown up by himself. Like, nobody could have ever in a million years predicted this crazy fate. This was something that was, pretty much a shock to everybody in the internet. Like, who could have ever predicted this? I know I didn't.
Contained was probably worse for whatever happened to his vision because of the fact that they were in a car, and I guess the window was probably down, but the roof and everything is going to kind of contain the blow. I don't know.
However, according to some, this unit may have had a faulty fuse, as it's believed that this M80 exploded almost immediately, causing catastrophic injuries to both 4XTRA and his passenger. The M80 detonated in his right hand with the force of a quarter stick of dynamite, blowing off his fingers and tearing through flesh, with a particularly gruesome picture of the injury going viral all over the world, showing 4XTRA sat on the ground attempting to stop the bleeding and assessing his injury in shock. Within minutes, 911 operators.
Wow, that was crazy. That picture of 4XTRAZ, and he just looks so just in shock. Like, I don't even want to say defeated, because he definitely wasn't defeated. I don't want to put that on him, but definitely in shock.
Has received a frantic call reporting that someone had severely injured their hand with fireworks.
3899 requesting additional unit and supervisor 43rd in Vermont.
899, can I get an RA for a male, approximately 30 years of age, conscious of breathing, below his hand for the fireworks?
3899, repeat.
And his location. Turn 31 show is en route to the additional unit request.
4XTRA would be pictured being taken away from the scene in an ambulance and quickly being rushed to the hospital where he would undergo emergency surgery. As the story went viral all over the world, it sparked endless speculation about the extent of the damages. According to people close to him, he had lost multiple fingers and suffered severe palm damage.
They're gonna have to take him all the way down to the wrist.
Yeah, he about to have a nub.
They gotta take him to the wrist. Cause they told me, his homies that was there said it blew off his 2 middle fingers, the 3 middle fingers.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. And a thumb, something like that. I think like the thumb and another finger. There's only 2 fingers left.
The blast had also temporarily blinded him for about 2 hours. In the age of social media, 4XTRA's accident didn't remain private for long. His accident would become the subject of multiple news stories, and within hours, images of similar M80 hand injuries began circulating online, giving people a visceral understanding of the destructive power of these illegal explosives.
Now, you think that these are something to play with? Man. Well, no, Reg, the point of this is just the no jumper curse. So he goes through a bunch of stories. I don't know if you remember the one I did about Brick Baby a couple of days ago. This is coming from this same piece of content. So I'm just kind of breaking it down piece by piece because he talks about a bunch of different people. So I'm just trying to, knock it down piece by piece. Traveler Ross should really mind his business. He never will. The
public response was also swift and merciless, with countless memes and jokes flooding the internet. But it wasn't just the general public mocking him. His ops and enemies would also use this as ammunition against him. King Pill accused the injury of being AI generated, claiming that 4XTRA was faking it for attention.
Listen, everyone, on another episode of the Pill Talk, we have faking like they blew their hands off. We all.
Why would somebody fake like they blew the hand off? That's dumb.
That's AI, man. He's out here using AI technology, and you can't believe you see on the internet, man. Let's be real.
607 Unk also made a post seemingly hinting at doing voodoo on 4XTRA and bringing about his bad luck.
Out there on the West Coast, they blew his hand off, man. You know what happened? Unc put that voodoo on his. Unc put that 607 voodoo on. Yeah, he put that voodoo on his. They better quit playing. Okay, he put that voodoo on his.
Other internet personalities like Aaron the Plumber would also jump on the troll train, mocking and challenging 4XTRA to a handball match.
Tell 4Nubs I challenge him to a handball match. Let's see.
Now, all that kicking him while he was down, that was cowardice because them dudes wasn't saying nothing about 4XTRA before he got hurt. When 4XTRA was at top capacity, y'all was scared of that man. So when something happened to him, now you want to talk about him? Like, come on, bro. That's, in my opinion, that's a cowardice act. That's a cowardice way of going about the situation. But I don't know. Let me know what y'all think.
Who can juggle better? in a real way.
Even members of the Rollin 40s decided to kick 4XTRA while he was down, with one person posting how he was never really part of their hood. Even fellow famous 40X4 would call him from jail to make fun of 4XTRA's injury and using his catchphrase against him.
Playing with them explosives and blew his off. Dead homies and blew his motherfucking hand off, cuz. Come on, cuz. Told you have to play with them explosives, cuz. On West Side Road, dead homies. He wearing them explosives off the back. Hey, on the dead homies. Ain't no more taking over the BI down.
Yeah, now that should have been off the internet too. That should have been off the internet too. There was no need for that to be publicly announced amongst homies, because that shows a lack of unity. That shows a lack of solidarity. And when that type of situation happens, it makes the total conglomerate look away. It don't really highlight one individual. It don't really highlight one person. It shows a lot about the totality of the team. So that's a situation that probably could have been left off the internet, we being 100% transparent.
He gonna beat your stupid. Hey, I'm gonna put one hand behind my back and cover, cuz. You wanna say? Off the back, yeah, he got one hand, cuz. That's funny. Hey, you know the Family Guy with the stick hand? Got the stick hand on Family Guy, cuz, on the dead of me. That's hilarious, cuz. Karma is real. That's the kind of smut this Crip. I ain't never been a piece of your day in my life.
Man, niggas was spooked the 4XTRAZ when he was moving around with two hands. When that nigga was moving around with two hands, niggas was spooked. And then honestly, spade to spade, you still really ain't heard too much. Now that he only got one hand.
The dead Obies. I'm a high power Crip. 3100 Baker Road. Stupid. Dead Obies. Karma struck quick. God spit the block for me. Off the back, 3D. Dead Obies. All right.
Despite the hate and mockery, 4XTRA still had people in his corner. His pregnant girlfriend posted hospital updates, trying to maintain hope despite the gravity of the situation. In messages preserving his fighting spirit, she claimed that he said despite the injury, he'd still be able to fight and put hands on people, with a viral comment of hers claiming that he would still be putting belt to ass even with this injury. His sister Emily opened a GoFundMe to help with medical expenses, raising over $13,000. And even Baton Rouge rap superstar Kevin Gates pulled up on 4XTRA in hospital to check up on him. He would record a clip with Baby Runner from the 40s, who called him a real one.
No, Kevin Gates did definitely show love, for sure. Kevin Gates came in and dropped, a whole bunch of love and support on the 4XTRAZ. That was dope.
And said that the streets love Kevin Gates for the support that he's shown.
Right here with KG, man. I know the deal, man. Real that's my brother, man. I respect that. Streets love you, man. For real. Straight up. Gangland, man. They bud. Pulling 38 on cut.
Another Instagram carousel would circulate, taken only 6 days after the incident, with 4XTRA joined in the hospital by his day one homies, telling fans that he was making a fast recovery and that God is good. Fortunately, 4XTRA survived this incident, and despite this serious-looking injury, it was only a matter of days before he was outside of the hospital, and clearly the injury didn't stop his hustle, because his first appearance on social media since being discharged was clearly a nice payday for him. In this comeback video, he would be seen inside of a clothing store with his hand in a cast, promoting the clothing brand Blue Strips LA.
And home, Vernon Avenue, back there. West Side folks, and I come Blue Strips, because that's what I'm going to get. Blue Strips. That's all I get on Vernon Avenue. Off the back, that's all I get is Blue Strips. Dead homies. I don't know what it thought. Dead homies when I'm back on 40s in the hood. You know I 4-0, I'm back. Dead homies, I'm back. Getting blues. I came right down here and picked this one for a reason, because I get Blue Strips. That's all my pockets is filled with. Blue Strips on West Side 40s. I'm back. Stay tuned to the interview too before I fuck your tonight.
After this likely lucrative...
See, 4XTRAZ came back with fighting spirit. For sure. If he got... Hey, Red, I was just going to say, if 4XTRAZ come back with that cyborg hand, all metal, ugly.
Payday, it didn't take long for 4XTRA to pop out with more content on his Instagram. His next post later that day would be another touching image of him back in his home, resting his head on his girlfriend's pregnant belly with a caption reading, "Life of a Soldier." That was followed by what everybody was waiting for, with 4XTRA then posting another video which saw him delivering a heartfelt message, thanking his supporters and fans, and updating them on where he's at with things, and promising to come back stronger than ever.
Off the back, Crenshaw the Fid, Vernon Avenue, I'm back. Off the back, I'm back on Vernon Ave. Dead home, but I came to make this video for all my supporters and all my fans, and to everybody that show love and gave support around this world. That's what I came to make this video for everybody around this world. On Vernon Avenue, I had to make this motherfucking video for all the supporters and all my fans around the world. Off the back on the dead homies, just for every real around the world and
every real female around the world, and to all the little kids that show support around the world on Vernon Avenue. Off the back, I gotta show y'all support and give my respect to y'all. On the dead homies, I love y'all. That's off the back, off my back, off the back. Off the back, I ain't gonna stop saying it. That's from my heart, on the dead homies. Vernon Avenue Crip, dead homies. Thank you for all your support, for all your love, for being here from around this world, everybody from around this world, for every real good, every real female, for being there for me, supporting, showing up, showing your love. To everybody in the industry that showed your love, that showed your support. Shout out to Kevin Gates that had pulled up a real Vernon Avenue on the dead homies. You forever locked in on Vernon Avenue, on Hood. To every mother real around this world that shot me out from the end of the street to the ghetto, to the blocks, to the streets, to the schools. On the Hood, I love you. On Vernon Avenue, the back, on the dead homies. That's real female shit. On the dead homies. On the Hood.
Nigga. I was just finna say, how many dead homies you got? Goodness gracious. That nigga, goddamn. Goddamn. My nigga done went through all the dead homies.
Good. And I always say, live it like you love it. I had to love that one, and I'm healing up quick. I'm healing up quicker than think. So on Vernon Avenue, dead homies, you better be ready. Because this the only thing it did was open doors and make me a more animal.
From here, 4XTRA would seemingly be happy to be back outside and continue posting. He would be seen in the studio reportedly recording his first verse and promising followers that the only thing that's changed since the accident is that the numbers are going up.
Back at it.
I said again.
Back
What?
at it.
Vernon Avenue. All the mother way.
What they thought was gonna change?
I don't know what they thought they changed. Matter of fact, some did change.
What?
The motherfucking numbers, cuz.
Yeah,
what
they do?
This made me worse, cuz.
Yeah,
10 times worse. So when you call me on Hood, make sure you call me correct.
A clip would later circulate teasing a snippet from his comeback song where he told the story of what was going through his mind when he suffered the injury and how it affected his mental state.
Say that and let me alive. Say this. Say that up. And they done left me alive. And I done woke up out the hospital.
I'm not gonna lie, not a great verse. Not a great verse.
And I done woke up alive.
Interestingly, he would use his buzz to promote his close friends from his neighborhood's music, popping out with a shout out for his homie Izzy Loke, who just released a new song.
Vernon Avenue, Chris on the field, neighborhood Crip. That's some of the dead homies, cuz. The Hood, the homie, cuz. Islo, cuz on West Side Rollin. Cuz me up, cuz on West Side Rollin. He like cuz on neighborhood Crip. Got this sick song, cuz I just did. I'm like, I just did a sick ass song. He like, no, cuz. First off, cuz, I'm glad you alive and you well, cuz. I'm like, neighborhood, cuz, on Rollin. He like, cuz, but I got this sick, cuz. I want you to promote for me. I'm like, cuz, come on, cuz. He like, I'm telling you, it's sick on West.
If I had $1 for every cuz and every dead homie, I would be a rich man. I'd be able to bury all the dead homies. Goodness gracious, or at least reimburse some funerals, because golly.
Side Rollin. I'm like, let me hear it. Cuz, let me hear it. On West Side Rollin. I had to make this for cuz. I had to, cuz. I'm like, what's the name of the song? Cuz said True Ether. I'm like, hold on. Hey, that's like Kryptonite version of Kryptonite, cuz. Like with Superman and them. He like, yeah, cuz on neighborhood Crip. I'm like, cuz sick. I'm like, on West Side Rollin. Cuz sick.
4XTRA had clearly not lost his positive energy, and he would continue to post himself outside, enjoying the LA summer with his friend, not letting this injury stop him one bit.
Now, this is definitely something that you love to see, somebody being able to keep their spirits high after overcoming such a crazy situation, because God bless him, we could have lost 4XTRAZ that day. We could be celebrating, the up and coming 1 year anniversary of his demise on that 4th of July after that crazy accident. So it's definitely a blessing from God that he's still here with us, for sure, because, he could have been, pretty much about this for the mucker, for sure. Like that could have been the reality of this man's situation, and just thank God that it wasn't.
Here, I'm just trying to figure out, hey, can let me use like $1 million or something? Can I use $1 million now? Hey, can I use I tell it on Vernon Avenue, I dress every day like my C-Day. I'm just trying to figure it out. Hey, can I use $1 million back there, cuz? Hey, cuz, let me hold like 10. Let me hold like 10, cuz. Can I hold 10? $2. Yeah, baby.
From here, he would continue tapping in with new people, next getting a tour of the re-entry podcast studios with Miss Contrary, continuing speculation about where his podcast career would be going next.
Oh, you the boss?
Yeah, I gotta go with us. You wanna give him a quick tour of the studio with us? Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. You wouldn't even know it was all back here.
Hold it out on the east side. Too much. Let's go there. Let me get on one.
We need our engineers, but we're gonna show you everything.
This started all over this, and then I go to jail the next time, and I'm in jail and I hear this on the radio.
Hey, let me hold $1 million is wild for even for somebody with hundreds of millions. What you mean you want one? You want one of my millions, nigga? Hell no, I'm keeping my million.
But I'm glad for success. I'm glad he on. I'm glad he, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad he out here making a difference over here in this area.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? He turning a negative into a positive on the east side. You get what I'm saying? So I'm proud of him.
The injury clearly could not stop 4XTRA's immaculate cripping, as he would then post another video carousel in a fresh fit, blue head to toe.
Not his immaculate cripping. Not his immaculate cripping. That is hilarious. Trap Lord Ross, you're a funny guy.
And throwing up the set. He would also be spending more and more time in the studio, being seen recording and teasing a verse that he had recorded with buzzing rapper Blanco 15.
What do you say? It's a slap.
Unfortunately, though, one of the saddest consequences of this incident was the strain that it seemed to put on the relationship between Adam 22 of No Jumper.
Now, Adam 22 definitely was not the most supportive of 4XTRAZ. It seemed like he kind of used Adam 22 kind of used him for a clout moment, for a content moment. And it didn't seem like 4XTRAZ really appreciated that. You feel me? So it was tricky, you know, with the situation between him and Adam, for sure. For sure. Now, it's up to you to decide how you want to interpret it. It's up to you to decide how you want to look at it. Do you want to take it as Adam just being Adam and treating 4XTRAZ how he treats everyone? Or are we treating him more so like, you know, hey, Adam owes 4XTRAZ a sense of loyalty, or he owes 4XTRAZ, you know, some sort of 1-2 step like Sierra. But we all know that Adam has never been the type to really be the best friend to his employees. But then at the same time, too, is Adam there to be friends with his employees, or is Adam there to run a business? You know what I'm saying? That's always the question that comes up. You know what I'm saying? Where does friendship start and employees stop over at the jumper?
And 4XTRA. Naturally, this being huge news all over the world, considering 4XTRA's position as one of the most beloved recurring guests on No Jumper, Adam and the cast would immediately react to the tragic news, with Adam 22 taking to No Jumper News 3 days after the incident to update fans on 4XTRA's condition and speculating on his potential return.
I have joined the news because, let's be real, something happened over the weekend. Okay. 4XTRA blew his hand off. And obviously, this was an extremely viral thing to have taken place, in particular, I think, because of the fact that he has essentially built his entire name off of, you know, threatening violence, saying that he wanted to pack people out, claiming that he won.
So I don't think the No Jumper curse comes in with 4XTRAZ going to jail, more so how Adam dealt with 4XTRAZ at his, for lack of better words, time in need. You feel me? I think that's more so where he's relating to No Jumper curse. Oh, snap. Where's that? Here we go. All right, boom. My bad, y'all.
10 fights in a row in jail. He never claimed that he put a carrot in his butt, but we all kind of, or in someone else's butt. We all kind of know that he probably did. And
so like all that kind of stuff is where it get weird at. Like, because why did you say that?
It took the internet by storm. And it was even crazier that it was 4th of July weekend. It was, everybody had plenty of time on the internet. Everybody's looking at their phones, hanging out with their families. And all of a sudden we find out that someone who, in many people's minds, was the most viral No Jumper host of all time, many would say, was now a man without a hand. And there were a lot of insensitive reactions to it that I'm sure we all saw. A famous gang member, a famous icon in this space, somebody that the people are so intrigued by, they'll just click on hearing him talk about so many different things. And now to know that a large part of his claim to fame is gone. I mean, I honestly kind of feel like I just lack the words to even describe how crazy and messed up the situation is, you know?
And Adam decided to get on camera with Monkey B to talk bad about him and all that kind of stuff. So, right.
In the live, Adam revealed that he'd not spoken to 4XTRA yet, confirming that he had sent well wishes and a voice note and that he'd been getting updates from his manager Lupe and expressing disappointment that he had offered to go to the hospital but had been told that he wasn't taking guests, only to find out that Kevin Gates had then been allowed to visit.
Have you spoke to him?
I have not. I sent him a voice note. I've been speaking to Lupe. It's like a group chat with me, Lupe, and Whack and Remo that has been kind of our main way that we've been finding stuff out. I know Remo's hopped on the phone with Lupe a couple times, but I have not actually spoken to him, although I offered to go to the hospital this morning and was told.
But you wanted to go to the hospital to get content. You wanted to go with the cameras and all that kind of stuff. You wasn't genuinely going to see how he was doing. And then the conversation will be, oh, well, you guys let Kevin Gates film. Yeah, but if he came up there with more honest and pure and humble intentions, it could have just worked out like that to an organic moment. Whereas Adam 22, you were trying to force it.
Told that he's not going to be having guests at this time, and then I did see Kevin Gates there, so that was
shows you where you stand.
That was a little troubling. No, and
that was like a day ago.
That was like yesterday. The same. Yeah. I offered to come today, but anyway, like Whack was in the group chat, so Whack was tripping on Lupe, like, how dare you let Kevin Gates go there and Adam can't go there? I'm like, damn, I wouldn't have even thought to raise a stink about that.
Clearly, there was some animosity brewing between Adam and 4XTRA as a result of this. Adam likely felt that prior to this incident, he had done.
I don't know why you pressing Lupe. She don't make that decision. That's 4XTRA's family decision, his decision.
A lot to help 4XTRA, not just putting him on at No Jumper as a host, but also rumored to have been paying him a significant monthly fee to appear on the show. So Adam was hurt that 4XTRA hadn't accepted his offer to visit, but sadly, their relationship would only deteriorate further when Inglewood Family Blood, an apparent enemy of 4XTRA and another regular on No Jumper, Munchie B, would share his thoughts on the incident. Munchie had already taken the opportunity to rub salt in the wound, taking to his own YouTube channel just 2 days after the accident to make some tasteless jokes about 4XTRA's injury. In a video on his channel titled 4XTRA Go Out with a Boom on the 4th of July, Munchie would address the situation, saying that 4XTRA can no longer fight, but also saying that he shouldn't back down on the gangster talk with this injury, pointing out that even after getting shot and losing his sight himself, Munchie B is still outside and standing on business for his set.
I don't know. Yeah, Gigi is Loose Cannon's real wife. When it comes to this situation, if 4XTRA went out with a boom, we get a kick out of Munchie B. But a bump. If we get, I'll say what I said. If the homie went out with a boom, we get a kick out of Munchie B. Straight up. Because it's interesting to hear how Munchie B will talk about what all these people should do, but yet Adam put his feet on you and you went back over there. Or put his feet near you. It's okay, he didn't put his feet on you. I know that if I would have put my feet on you or around you the way that Adam did, you'd want to fight me. That's a fact. That is a non-debatable. If I were to put my feet on or around you the way Adam put his feet on or around you, oh, that nigga blah, blah, blah this, that ninja blah, blah, blah that, man, F this, F that ninja blah, 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 insert gang this here, insert community this there, insert number this there. That nigga from blah, 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 man, F blah, blah, blah. Ain't no nigga from blah, blah, blah gonna put his feet on me, but Adam can put his feet on or around you. I can't put my feet on or around you, but Adam can put his feet on or around you. Okay.
I hope you keep the same energy. Hand or no hand. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't keep the same energy. Eyes but no eyes. We saw it. Eyes. We saw it. Eyes. You didn't keep the same energy. J Hood was over there smacking tables, cussing you all in your face and all that kind of stuff. You didn't keep the same energy. So I'm just saying. I saw you. Eyes. We heard you. Ears. Come on now.
Because it's 40 Crip till you die, not till your hand get blown off. You know what I'm saying? So keep the same energy.
Spoken like somebody who didn't keep the same energy.
Because I do it.
No, you didn't. That man put... Meanwhile, that nigga's putting his feet around me. You didn't even slap his foot down. You started talking about how Lush don't use a towel or soap. Like, how do we even get into the conversation of hygiene? And then you said you would never go back, and then you went back. And then he put you on camera showing your blick. And then he put you on camera again showing your blick. I don't understand.
So I don't want to hear all the BS. You know what I'm saying?
Me neither.
I got shot. Done my vision. Guess what? Still outside. Still outside.
You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. You are blind. You shouldn't be. You should be actually doing something to better your life. And actually, I keep saying this, Munchie B is wasting an amazing situation. You are a blind blood. You can't tell me that that's not one of the best marketing techniques for anyone in our universe. Munchie B should be outside getting a bag. Like, really think about the marketing behind this. Crip Mac, what Crip Mac is what Munchie B should be. You feel me? When it's all said and done, this whole back and forth, this whole whatever, blah, 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 man, he is a blind blood whose community actually loves and respects him. Why are you not facilitating that into being one of the biggest entertainers of our time? Your homies got love for you. You're blind. You're a blood. Why is Munchie B not doing like the best IRL streams ever? That niggas like him are shoo-in for things like Streamer University. Like, really think about it. You a blind blood whose homies genuinely respect you and got love for you. That is the perfect candidate for a Streamer University. Munchie B is probably one of the most wasted viral sensations in our universe. He should be doing more numbers than anybody. White people should be looking into Munchie B trying to give him a bag. Why are you not on Wildin' Out? You talk bad about Crip Mac. What Crip Mac is and what Crip Mac ain't. Crip Mac is utilizing his Crip Mackington to be a superstar. Crip Mac is using his Crip Mackington, that whole personality, that whole persona, to be a superstar. Now, I'm not saying Munchie B got to do it like Crip Mac, but what I am saying is, why are you wasting such an amazing opportunity in such a unique set of circumstances? Am I tripping, or am I keeping it real?
Still B teaming, podcasting, making music.
I know.
Doing whatever I want to do. I got the same energy from before I got shot to right now.
Munchie would go on to make a series of disrespectful puns about 4XTRA's injury.
And everybody heard the latest and the greatest with 4XTRAZ. He won't be giving out no phase. Yeah, as for 4XTRAZ, I wish I could give you a hand.
Hey, 4XTRAZ and Munchie B. Is that nah, that's still not fair because Munchie B can't see. Never mind.
I mean, I wish I could help you out in this situation, but you know what I'm saying?
I believe he is, CB.
But you know what I'm saying? You in trouble, B team. Hey, look, I got a little joke, right? Look, what did the robber say to 4XTRAZ during a robbery? Hand it over.
Why didn't Munchie B move when Adam kicked his seat? He never saw it coming. It was funny, wasn't it? Even he laughed. Munchie B got it. He liked it. He got the joke.
Yo, we go with Felly. Oh, hey, no. I got one more. Hold on. What did the young lady say when she approached 4XTRAZ in a party?
What'd she say?
You look bomb.
What's Munchie B's favorite Chris Brown song? Look at me now. Look at me now. Oh my God. We're all funny. Look at us. We're all just so funny.
I don't care if y'all think it's funny.
All right. Look. What's Munchie B's favorite Kendrick Lamar song? Peekaboo.
Buddy, I think it's funny. Yo, we with Felly, bro. Talked all that shit. Oh, bless.
Hey, Reg, bang Peekaboo on your way out.
See how life work? Crazy, ain't it?
This was already a very disrespectful way to handle the issue, but at this point, Munchie was on his own channel with his own personal issues with 4XTRA. But 4XTRA would feel personally slighted when Adam asked Munchie his thoughts on the situation on the No Jumper platform. In another episode of the news, where it seemed that Adam accidentally ended up making jokes about the situation without realizing it, with Munchie B bringing attention to the disrespect.
We all saw it explode onto the internet. A lot of people thought it was fake. We could talk about that too, but it turns out.
Say explode onto the internet.
Look, crazy, man.
See, that's the problem, man. Because even
they say Munchie B got a girlfriend, man. Good for him. I hope he can see the world in her eyes.
You can't say nothing, huh?
Exactly. I already had some.
I'm done. I'm done for now.
Somebody tell me, why you dressed up like the firecracker that blew his hand out? I'm like, God damn, I can't even put a tie-dye shirt on without somebody coming up with a narrative.
People crazy, man.
Anyway,
I seen you donated $1,000. You gonna get that new robot thing going, huh? AI technology.
That's the government. They got, yeah. See, look how bad this looks already. People are trying to get me to laugh, crack jokes.
Adam would go on to ask the room their thoughts on the situation and made it very clear that both Munchie B and King Pill had issues with 4XTRA from the outset and giving them the floor to disrespect 4XTRA and justify their reasons for being so disrespectful, with a debate then taking place on whether or not it should be expected for the ops to make fun of each other when they get hurt, with it being revealed that Baby Runner had apparently admonished Munchie B for dissing 4XTRA and acting like someone had scored a point against him rather than him suffering a tragic accident.
4XTRA's lost his hand.
Man,
let's talk about it. How did you first feel when you saw it? At least some people here in the room, let's be totally real, some people here have a dog in the fight. Munchie had been going back and forth with him, on him, saying that he wasn't all he was cracked up to be. And then in addition to that, King Pill had been turned down for a fight, and 4XTRA's actually said that you were a smoker, that you were not worthy of getting in the ring with him, etc.
Yeah.
I can't help but feel like it probably hit Shaw slightly different than it hit other people.
Oh yeah, man. I was thinking it was AI at first. You feel me? I'm like, man, this got to be AI. You
like
feel
8
me?
hours after it came out, he was still hitting me up like, y'all really want us to believe this?
Man, I'm thinking it finna come out the bag, off the bag. Talking about I'm back. I didn't believe that.
Okay.
So I'm like, I think the Fade God did that. You know, everybody pray to a God that they pray to. And when you one of these fighters, unknowingly, you might be praying to these fight gods. And when you turn the Fade down, you gotta
King Pill, what the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about, King Pill? King Pill, he just need a hug.
Gotta suffer a consequence.
Man, there's gotta
That's
be
what I thought about at the crib when I was faded.
You thought that it was, you think it's karma from the Fade God?
There has to
From
be a
the
rapper
Fade
going
God.
Fade
I'm so
God.
glad I asked you. Listen, I actually gave Munchie B credit on the news yesterday. There's a clip of me talking about this when I first came in Monday, and I said how Munchie B.
Now, Adam for sure gave space, room, rhyme, reason for 4XTRA to be disrespected, for sure. Lined that up. For sure, lined that up.
Didn't disrespect 4XTRA, and then a lot of people were pointing out, no, Adam, you got that wrong. Munchie absolutely was making jokes as soon as this happened.
I don't think genuinely that Munchie went as hard as he could have. You feel me? Like,
I mean, let's ask the mayor himself.
Selective politicking.
How do you?
Yeah, hell yeah. Because
Who said selective politicking? It ain't selective politicking. You know what? Like I said, let me just get out the way real quick. Like I said, only thing when I seen it, right, when I seen Munchie B little jokes and all that, like I said, yeah, he could have went way harder. But like I said, when I seen the jokes, I was surprised. I was like, I didn't think Munchie would hop out there like that. You feel me? And like a few people, that's just my opinion. Like
Munchie B hates anything coming out the Crenshaw district. Why wouldn't he hop out right there? Like it's almost like how he gets his freak on. Like he really makes a whole point to go out of his way to hate anything coming out the Crenshaw district. Munchie B hate the Crenshaw district, so I keep telling y'all he mad at a hamburger. He won't eat that Marathon Burger. He hate it. He said he'd never go to Marathon Burger. He said that he'd never go to Marathon Burger. I've never seen anybody angry at food, but you know, he's that turned up that can't eat a hamburger.
Like, did Munchie do something wrong? Like I told Munchie on Munchie, like, I did something wrong. I'm like, no, you ain't did nothing wrong. Who am I to say you did something wrong? Like at the end of the day, like you can't tell nobody how to mourn or how to handle disrespect or how to taunt a person that's supposed to be an enemy, or that you say but just like I said, I'm like, I wouldn't have did it, but like shit, hey, I can't get mad. I'm not mad, but
why people don't hold their own homies accountable when they do like things that ain't tasteful on the internet? You know what I'm saying? He do know it's a
Oh yeah, this is when Young and Hefe called Munchie B tacky. That's right. This is a situation where Young and Hefe was like, nah, that was tacky. I wouldn't have did that. And it can't be a gang issue because Young and Hefe's community doesn't go with 4XTRA's community, but Young and Hefe still has some sort of couth, some sort of respect, some sort of morale about himself. But hey, man, Young and Hefe sees things differently than Munchie B. So you can't be mad at Young and Hefe because he saw life differently than Munchie B.
So do it on the internet, programming from a cell.
Everybody's entitled to see things how they see things.
That that got a YouTube channel that blasted my social number all on this content. I didn't cry about it. And okay, he said they acting like they came through and shot the homie. Whoop. Nah, we ain't acting like that.
Like people is celebrating like they came through and downed him, or they put in some work on him. And a firecracker did it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say like the families or try to reference that.
Bro,
he said that's just how people will celebrate.
Bro, they do the same thing with this blind with me, bro. In the 40s.
I said that as well.
That was my whole thing.
If you on the internet, bro, your skin got to be thicker than the Montclair coat for sure. Like all
the Montclair coat is not thick. I don't know where he's shopping at, but a Montclair coat is not thick. A Montclair coat is not thick. Just throwing that out there for all those who are caring about high fashion. Not gonna let that slide. You niggas shopping at Burlington gotta leave the designer jokes alone.
All that being sensitive for y'all homie.
Thicker than a Montclair coat. Come on, fool. A Montclair coat is not thick. Like shit, damn near a windbreaker.
That's out. He entered this content, and then the thing is, they took out of the whole video. They took these two little bush jokes and highlighted that. But I'm saying, I hope he keep the same energy. Don't let it hinder him, because it ain't hinder me. I Ubered up here by myself before. I'm still podcasting, rapping. If I call a meeting in the hood, a lot of people will come. Just carry on, because
look at you. You got caught a Uber up there by yourself like a big boy. That's right. That's right. Uber by yourself. Look at you. Good for you. Ubering by yourself. Proud of that.
How you is right now, that's what it is, bro. So get used to it. Nah. All that crying, I don't want to hear that shit.
Could y'all imagine what he would have been like if it was somebody that he ain't with? He would have been on here laughing like a...
Okay, but to just shoot him some bail, he never really engaged with all that too much. Like
Extras wasn't on no jumper dissing none of you niggas. He didn't care. Like literally, he didn't care. 4XTRAZ wasn't on no jumper dissing none of you niggas. He didn't care about what y'all had going on at all.
I didn't like that. And I held back, and the only reason why I brought it up that one day because it fit the conversation. But all that I ain't munchy B. What the f you mean? And then if somebody trying to act like that ain't a knock on nobody. If
no, see, if my bad too, because look, because I didn't,
and I'm like, I'm not young Ant. I'm kicking him.
Yeah,
it's a knock on him. And then they forget that said he had knocked me out. Because all I said was, you're lying. You didn't do what you said to the homie. He said, and Munch, you know.
Wait, 4XTRAZ said that he would knock Munchie B out, and then Munchie B just said, blind and all, he's still in the field. Why you just didn't make him a liar? If you say that you still in the field, blind and all, you ain't tripping. 4XTRAZ say he didn't knock you out. Why you just didn't make him a liar? Seemed like that would have been a pretty easy way to absolve that situation.
I ran across, I would have knocked you out too. I didn't say nothing about that. That's cool. I mean, whatever. But you ain't never said nothing about much. Yeah, he did. I just didn't speak up on it. I just put it in my memory bank and kept it pushing. But they not be so sensitive.
No, facts. Because I mean, even with me, like I've had infinite jokes about T-Rail and his little baby arm. I've had a million jokes about, I don't know, other people who got or whatever. And it's like, I would have never make a joke about Munchie not being able to see. But then at the same time, it's like, it's kind of hard to like blame.
Now you make jokes about Munchie B all the time because he's not there. So that happened.
Blame everybody for making jokes about 4XTRAZ when we all have, we've all kind of done the same thing to various people that we don't like. And then we kind of like, we could hold ourselves to a different standard as people that with 4XTRAZ. Well, me and you, Lush,
yeah,
to a certain extent. But, you know, for a lot of other people, it's very understandable that they're going to come with the most offensive possible.
Honestly, I'm really rooting for him on some bounce back.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Just keep the same energy and don't let it hinder you. I mean,
so Munchie believed that since
don't you love when they hide the disrespect with love? Man, isn't that the best way to spit in your face?
4XTRAZ disrespected him in the past, then he was justified in mocking his injuries. And Munchie would go on to stand on his points, saying that he didn't agree with Baby Runner and said that in this new generation of the streets, people are extremely disrespectful and this sort of thing should be expected.
Runner was saying like,
no,
you didn't agree with his points.
Hell no, I didn't agree with nothing. This a new generation smoking on ops, all kind of shit. And then they acting like he a little girl that got hit by a drunken driver.
Got hit by a what?
Baby Runner and said that in this new generation of the streets, people are extremely disrespectful and this sort of thing should be expected.
Runner was saying like,
No.
you didn't agree with his points.
Hell no. I didn't agree with nothing. This a new generation smoking on ops, all kind of shit. And then they acting like he a little girl that got hit by a drunken driver.
I swear I thought he said a jerking driver. So who the hell is driving and jerking? And then how do I get to this magical jerk driving party? Because that'd be pretty lit if somebody could hit the reject and drive at the same time and do it effectively. Yeah, you pretty crack. I'm gonna give you that.
Bro, look. This the same dude that said he beat up on somebody just because they from Inglewood. He on gangbang. Just because they live in my neighborhood.
Oh, that's why you don't like Spody Face. Okay, Spody Face, 4XTRAZ. Got it. I forgot that happened. You don't like Spody. You don't like 4XTRAZ for that. That's why we out here riding around with drivers that's jerking. Got it.
Bro, it's hard to have compassion for somebody like that. Oh, yeah. No, you everybody affiliated with somebody. That don't mean they.
If you eating jerk chicken while driving, that's also jerking driving.
Gangbangers, just because they live in my hood, you whooped on them. And he said this on the internet from everybody repeatedly.
Despite the fact that Adam kind of.
That's literally the reason why Munchie B doesn't like me. Because I'm from the Crenshaw district. Literally the reason. The same reason why you're mad at 4XTRAZ is literally the reason why you don't like me. Literally.
Tried to defend 4XTRA and seemed to make it clear that he didn't condone the disrespect. Adam would go on to explain that 4XTRA's people were upset with him and 4XTRA's manager Lupe for sharing information about the possibility of him being blind to the public, something that Adam thought he was being told to communicate to the fans.
I don't know, like, all right, I just want to issue this clarification before we even get any further into this discussion, is that basically I put out a statement basically where I said that I had heard that he lost his vision, but then most of it came back. And from what I heard, people are basically like people in 4XTRA's family or like her camp or whatever, they're mad at Lupe because they feel like Lupe was the one who told us that he even like lost his vision in the first place. In reality, Lupe was basically like avoiding telling me anything. She told me, yeah, like maybe his vision was bad at first, but like he got it back or whatever, which I actually don't really believe. I have various reasons, but I feel like his vision.
I would imagine that his vision would have been bad after experiencing explosions to his face.
Is still very f***ed up. If anything, I think Lupe lied to me and told me that his vision had gotten significantly better.
Well, but I telling you,
Lupo didn't have no scruples.
You just say
shout out to Lupo.
But I talked to her earlier, and she sounded very upset because I guess that she got like a bunch of backlash from people that are close to him, family, etc., because they're kind of just like assuming that she's the one who said something to me about his vision in the first place. A lot of the information that we've been getting, because we haven't been like really in direct communication with people that are like super close to him, but a lot of the communication that we're getting is kind of like from third party, like one person says it to someone else and then that person mentions it and then I hear about it, etc. So I mean, I just want to say anybody who's acting like Lupe is the problem or that Lupe was trying to expose private information about 4XTRA or whatever, that narrative is cat. So I just want to throw that out there first.
It would turn out that 4XTRA would take this incredibly personally, and he didn't like that Adam had given an enemy of his a platform to talk about his injury disrespect.
Now, I could definitely understand why 4XTRA was like, why would you give my enemy a platform to kick me while I'm down or to throw shots at me and all that kind of stuff? Yeah, 4XTRA said what he said about, whatever, if he runs into people from Inglewood and he has to fight him and blah, blah, that is very true. Does that give Munchie B a reason and a rhyme and a reason when to talk about 4XTRAs? Yes, it does. Because if he determined that to be disrespect, he cannot tell anybody how to determine their version of disrespect. But on the same token, on the same back end, you are saying that, oh, it's blah, 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 blah. Bro, you do that kind of stuff all the time. Anybody from the Crenshaw district, Munchie B has something to say every time, whether it be true, whether it be false, whether it be real, whether it be fake. You're literally doing the exact same thing that you said that he did, and you are like, hey, Pot, I'm Kettle, we're both black. So I'm not really sure how you feel like one is not warranted, but another is, because it's really the exact same thing, but all right.
Respectfully, with Adam later revealing that 10 days after the accident, that he'd finally got a call from 4XTRA, but it didn't seem on friendly terms, with 4XTRA apparently admonishing Adam for allowing Munchie to speak ill upon him on the No Jumper platform, and suspiciously inviting Adam to discuss the matter in person at a studio, a scenario that Adam quickly deduced was likely a trap that could have resulted in physical harm.
I did.
Adam said, hell no, I ain't going up there to go meet that ninja. Nigga, please. I will not go up there to meet up with an angry 4XTRAZ. That's what's not going to happen today.
Speak to 4XTRAZ on the phone on Friday. Now, I will reveal to the people, he was not 100% happy with me. He felt like,
who would have thought
it was weak for me to be on a podcast with people that he perceives as ops and to ask them what they thought about the situation with his blowing up of his hand. And I get that, because realistically, you know, this is an op-friendly podcast. There's a lot of people on here who certain people get along with, don't get along, etc. I think he even felt the way about King Pill being on the podcast. We can get into that Zest arc in a moment and everything, but he did feel the way about that, and it was a little bit of a threatening or like an angry vibe to it. Like, pull up on me in the studio. I want to talk to you. Just me and you. I want to talk to you. And I'm like, ooh. I'm like, what are you doing?
I was like, hell no, I ain't finna pull up on your anger. I'm not finna pull up on an angry black guy at the studio so he can accost me.
So why you acting like that? Why you acting like you're a little mad at me? What is that? And he's like, nah, just pull up to the studio. I want to talk to you. And I kept pushing, and that's when he revealed that at least the thing that he wanted to mention that he was annoyed by was me talking to people that he doesn't get along with about his hand or whatever. My response to that really is like, bro, we talk about current events. You blowing up your hand was the biggest thing of that week. I'm on a podcast with people that you don't technically get along with. We talking about it. I'm sorry, man. That's just how this goes. Anyway, the next day, and I haven't spoken to him since then. I actually gave him a call this morning, and he didn't pick up. I don't know how late he's sleeping in at this point. But the next day, I got contacted by 2 different people in this content space who told me that they had conversations with him about his request to be paid handsomely for an interview. They both informed me that they spoke to him, that they turned him down, and then they told me how the conversation went. I didn't reach out for this information. They just reached out to me. So 4XTRAZ is out there digging for gold, trying to find someone.
But 4XTRAZ ended up doing pretty well for himself in hindsight when it comes to this whole like little debacle that he had going on with the hand being blown off. I'm not, again, you know, nothing's going to replace his hand, but as far as his popularity, his level of fame, and his success that's come after that, well, he's definitely done well.
Someone who wants to invest in his comeback tale. As far as if his return interview will be on No Jumper, I don't know. I'm waiting to speak to him, so I will have to leave you guys in wait for that information.
Aside from this apparently aggressive conversation and attempted jumping, Adam would also share that 4XTRAZ was not intending to host his comeback interview on No Jumper, and instead was shopping his return interview for a reported price of $50,000, initially contacting DJ Vlad, who apparently declined the big ticket offer.
He reached out to 2 people in this space that we know.
He definitely reached out to Vlad, and Vlad was not feeling it. Vlad said that when he requested that he didn't even make him a counter offer because he just felt like it was so outlandish that it was just not even close.
He's standing on that 50 bands.
I mean, he's shooting.
Hey man, stand on the bands. If you ain't gonna do that, stand on the bands, man. Stand up on the bandos.
For the 50 bands. I don't know where he's gonna land, but for sure then, I mean, I assume he does one high-priced interview maybe at some point, and then he comes and speaks to me afterwards and tells me, oh, let's get back to a regular content schedule. But the thing about it is that it's like, you know, if he's playing hardball, I'm playing hardball. So when it comes time to renegotiate, who knows where we land. So, you know, the people out there, you can all wait. You'll find out more information in the near future, but that's where I'm at as far as the 4XTRAZ return.
Unfortunately, it seems that Adam took this as a betrayal, and he made his feelings known that he wouldn't be willing to increase the price that he was paying 4XTRAZ, considering what he was already paying him before this to be an already generous price.
I personally found that annoying, but also
now I can see where Adam sees had, you know, 4XTRAZ disrespecting him, but at the same time, you did just sit down with his enemy and allow him to be humiliated and disrespected. So, I mean, where does it balance out?
Listen, if 4XTRAZ wants to go get his money somewhere, by all means. Will that affect negotiations as far as how his future on No Jumper looks? Probably, yeah.
As it's
bitter baby mama
stands, it seems that both Adam and 4XTRAZ are being stubborn on their positions, and it's hard to see how they're going to repair this situation. As a fan of both of them,
oh, they repaired it. They'll be at the No Jumper live show together. They made up. They're fine. Everybody's fine.
It's heartbreaking to see such a misunderstanding coming off the back of a tragic incident, and I truly
off the back of a tragic incident.
Hope that both of them can patch things up and return to doing what they both do best together, making more of the kind of engaging content that made fans fall in love with 4XTRA and his infectious personality to begin with. Like I said in the beginning, for those who truly knew 4XTRA's story, the irony of this accident was almost too profound to comprehend. This was a man who'd survived attempted murder charges at 12 years old, who'd stared down rival gang members from LA's deadliest sets, who had walked out of a maximum security prison after nearly a decade behind bars and lived to tell the tale. Yet in the end, it wasn't a rival gang member's bullet that incapacitated him. It wasn't a prison yard stabbing or a RICO case or any of the countless other dangers that had defined his life. Notorious for his fighting hands, it was an unthinkable freak accident that threw his entire persona up into the air. We've covered countless stories from the streets where the lesson at the end is how senseless the tit-for-tat gang wars can become.
And this one is just making good decisions. Like, this has nothing even to do with gang wars. This is just all about proper decision making and just taking care of yourself and treating yourself as a human and with respect.
This story took a turn that was so unexpected, many people still don't know how to process this. In a video that I made reacting to the news on my second channel, I put out a heartfelt message that perhaps in the midst of this tragedy, this could end up being the best thing that ever happened to 4XTRA, as the silver lining of this very tragic incident is that it may just force him to take a step back from the streets.
Definitely, and maybe he can reevaluate and look at certain things within his own life to see how he can do better.
And the squabbles, and focus on his truly biggest talent, his personality, his music, and his podcasting, all of these being gifts that aren't hindered at all by this injury. I'm really sad and hurt over what's happened, but I also think that I'm really hoping, I'm praying that something good comes out of this.
What are you really hoping and praying for, Chat Ross?
I'm definitely, like, this is a bad situation through and through. There isn't any way that you can see this situation as a positive or something good coming out of this. But what I will say is that I do think that some things happen for a reason. Sometimes God works in very unusual, mysterious ways. And I do think that maybe, I think if 4XTRA comes...
Traveler Ross don't know what to say. He's trying to figure out how to make this a positive, but he don't know what to say about this Flu Flammers, Skullduggerous, and Larson situation.
Out of this with the right mindset, which I know he has. I know he's a positive guy. I know he's a switched on guy. He was in the process of changing his life, and this doesn't have to change any of that. So I just wanted to share kind of my thoughts and just a Reddit thread that I actually saw that I thought was really interesting. And it kind of spoke to me, and it really made me realize like how big of an opportunity this actually could be for 4XTRA in a sad way. But I think the best thing we can do is look at this positively moving forward. And I'm really wishing that we can see this.
You gotta look at it positively.
In a positive way. So somebody posted
extremely positive
this on No Jumper Reddit. Unpopular opinion, but this devastating incident might have just added decades to his lifespan. Blessing in disguise. And now this really made me think, because
now that could be true. That could be definitely true. That this situation with 4XTRAs could have definitely added potential decades to his lifespan, because who knows what kind of Flu Flammers, Skullduggery, and larceny 4XTRA would have got himself in should he have continued to live the life that he was living.
Honestly, 4XTRAs is the butt of the joke right now. Everybody's like, oh, you know, all of that fighting talk, now you lost your hand. Well, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. I don't think it's cool. I don't think you score any points for your op getting injured in a freak accident and not being able to fight anymore. That's not tough. There's no cool points, tough points from doing that. And realistically, 4XTRA was changing his life. He just got out of jail again. He was planning on completely changing his life, getting out of the streets, staying away from the streets, focusing on the content of the podcasting. Yeah, there was talk of him doing a boxing match. Like, highly likely that that's not possible now. But really what people had fallen in love with was 4XTRA's personality. They'd fallen in with 4XTRA's as a character, as a personality, as this big ball of energy that you just put him in front of a mic and a camera and he just created absolute magic. And I don't think that's going to change. If anything, I think that's going to shine even brighter. I think 4XTRA is somebody that can take things in his stride. He's taken losses.
Traveler Ross for show playing the middleman. Y'all see how he doing it? Traveler Ross for show playing the middleman. He making sure that he politically correct.
His life before, he's had serious cases. He's had dealt with going in and out of the prison system, winning fades, losing fades. I think he's a resilient man. I think he's going to be able to bounce back from this stronger than ever. I think this might make him a better podcaster. This might increase his chances because one, look, I don't want to see 4XTRA catching fades. Even before this happened, I don't want to see him fighting.
You don't want no fades you don't want your 4XTRAs with fades?
I want to see him on positive stuff. I want to see him talking. I want to see him using his personality. I want to see him growing as a...
Now, I wonder how Adam feels about this, because Adam doesn't really say anything, but Traveler Ross makes a lot of content that's at the detriment of Adam 22 and No Jumper. I'm not going to lie.
Person, as an individual. All well and good, yeah, let's have a boxing match. I'm not even really trying to see 4XTRAs have a boxing match. pause, but I'm in love with his personality. I'm in love with him as a podcaster, as a personality, as a person on the scene. And I think that this ain't stopping him podcasting. Look, he got one of the biggest stories to talk about. He got one of the craziest stories to talk about on the internet right now. He's trending all over the world on Twitter. This is by no means a good thing, but I think if he just turns this into something positive, focuses on the podcasting, doesn't let any of this slow him down, doesn't let this cause him to crash out. It's unfortunate, but it really doesn't change anything. It doesn't change the trajectory that he was on. He, in many ways, could be even more blessed. I mean, he's on the radar of people all over the world, all over the country now. And I'm very, very excited to get into the latest Blueface drama. Okay,
All right, man. So make sure y'all hit us with a like, with a comment, with a good subscribe, man. We finna get up out of here. That was Trap Lord Ross with his dissertation of how Adam 22 may have crossed 4XTRAZ. No jumper curse. Check out Trap Lord Ross, man. He got a 3-hour piece on that if you want to see more. With that all being said, red dots to the left, you know the rest.
Hey, Carjack 100 here. If you need your transmission check, come on down to Carjack's. I'm your transmission expert.
I'm glad that you enjoyed that content. We heard the cries, we heard the complaints. Now we don't got no intro, but we do got an outro with the same information, man. Make sure that you are tapped in. Make sure you dropping comments. Make sure you dropping likes. Make sure you subscribing to everything we have going on here at TNN Trap News Network, because we will be giving away some more Chiliana once we hit that 40,000 membership, 40,000 subscriber, threshold. We're gonna make sure that we give y'all some Chiliana, man. So make sure that y'all stay tapped in. Make sure y'all stay looking out. Make sure y'all stay right here at TNN Trap News Network. The news you can use, the knowledge you're not finna get in nobody's college. Hit a like, hit a comment, hit a good subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. We're gonna keep you updated on what's going on these YouTube streets. You already know the deal, man. If you enjoyed this content, throw the red dot to the left. You know the rest. We gone.
Hi, I'm Whack 100. When I'm not snitching on the internet, I'm snitching in real life for your own personal home security. Call 1-800-WACK-ATTACK. We're first, law enforcement second. Hey, I'm Adam 22. Got an extra soul laying around? Be like Doughboy and Whack 100 and sell yours today. One soul equals a lot of clout.
Apollo Texas. It's dangerous. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Work all in the floorboard. Tell the ops check the scoreboard. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. And if you shoot, you ain't miss. A nigga ball like game 6. A nigga ball like game 6.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Miss it with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6.
Game 60 bands on my neck when I got it on me. And I remember I was broke, I never let them hold me. Final seconds with my back against the wall. 81 point strong with this K, I call it Kobe. Running through this lettuce, nothing you can tell it. Gotta watch my back, I know that they get jealous. Real shit, I got rich, ain't gotta embellish. Real life made men, they call us good fellas. And I ain't got anxiety, I know it's intuition. May never love a bitch, but I for sure play my position. I know the streets talking, I'm cracking, so I ain't tripping. I said I play for keeps, but I guess them niggas ain't listening. Sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. Nah, you can't come outside when it's dangerous. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Miss it with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6.
I've been winning, tell my ops check the scoreboard. Money in the attic, work all in the floorboard. Late night, that's the life that we pray for. Overtime with the pack is what we in the game for. Put myself in the game and everything is just a memory. Made a couple plays for the pain, not an enemy. Gotta watch my friends more, I gotta watch the enemies. Friends is hella fake, I know what enemies' intentions. I let it go until it click if I'm aiming. Started staying safe and ended up staying dangerous. Game on the line, see the pressure I can take. Hall of Fame shit, so with this mind, I'ma take. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. Niggas never never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6.
Safe like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas always inside when it's dangerous. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous.